Hi, I'm Chris, this is Miller Plays, and it's time for my first rebuild. It's going to be in Germany with Freiburg, and we'll see how we get on. Right, it's the 1st of June 2026, and as we can see, Freiburg lost in the final to Roma. So Roma are the Europa League winners, and that sort of scuppers some of my plans for this, but we do know that Freiburg were relegated from Bundesliga. So they're in Bundesliga, and we're going to jump back to the portal, and we're being welcomed. And the expectations is we need to gain automatic promotion to the Bundesliga. So we can now have a look at the first team squad, hopefully, and see that we have one or two decent players. There's not a great deal of them, so he's on loan from Legia, so I'm or is he out on loan? No, he's on loan. The season hasn't ticked over, is all I can say. So some of these players will disappear, and yeah, we can see that Bruno Ogbus might have a bit of potential along with Sirik Iri. But other than that, there's not a great deal there. So it would be nice if we actually saw some kind of value as well, so we can see the wage. Oh, I don't like that. Right, bear with me. I'm going to see if I can import a different view. Rightio, we've pinched this from Lelujo, and it's a decent view. We can now see appearances, goals, assists, all on the one screen, along with the transfer value, and that's what we've listed by. So we definitely have one-star player, and he's a 20-year-old defensive midfielder. He's got a longish contract, so if we can keep hold of him, might be easier said than done with Newcastle and West Ham swirling around. But if we can keep hold of him, he's worth building the team around. The rest of it, not quite so much. So there are some players. Let's have a look at contract expiries. So yeah, those two not interested in. He's a youngster. I wonder why he's in the first team squad. Because quite frankly, he shouldn't be. So we could move him to the under-19s, get rid of him. And then some of these players, we've probably got three that we want to keep there. Contract expiring next year. Interestingly, that one's showing as amber, but the one very next to him isn't. Interesting, I'm sure. But yeah, it's time. Certainly these older, we're definitely not going to be wanting him. So transfer status. We're going to transfer list you, my friend. Right, as you can see, we need to do some business there. Portal, does that give us the all-important? No, we want finances. So that looks hideous. We are in the red. So the projections don't look good. Is it under recruitment? One of these will give us our budget. So transfer budget, 36 million available. We've got 14 grand a week available, and a nice scouting budget. So the scouting budget doesn't look too bad. The rest of it does look quite hideous. So I'm now going to go away and see what I can do, see if we can actually make a squad to get us promoted again. Okay, here we go then. And as you can see, we've spent 21 million and brought in 50 million. So we've done quite well there. The players out. So Junior Adamu for 1.9 million, Grifo for 5, Ginter for 6.75. Roll was not anything to do with me. It was already pre-arranged, 20 million there. Florian Müller for 250,000. There was Mujirsa for 5 million. Pizarro for 5.5, and then Rossenfelder, for 3.9 million, and then we've let some players go out on loan. The players we've brought in is Pascal Clemens, a centre back. He's young, got bags of potential, 21 years old, so fingers crossed he's going to do all right there. Nelson Viper, he's a target forward, a big lad. We've brought him in. He's generally quite decent on the FM24 save, so we'll see how he gets on there. We brought in Phil Harris, a forward, another big man, probably not quite as good, which is a bit unfortunate. Then we've brought in some free transfers. Ivan, a Bulgarian backup goalkeeper. He's 27 years old. We brought him in because our goalkeepers got injured for 4 to 5 months at the beginning of the summer, so not ideal. Andrea Kolpane, an attacking midfielder, has come in on a free transfer, so quite happy with that one. We've then signed Aruna Singate, a fullback apparently. I had him down as a centre-back. We've then brought in another striker. He is Zanan. Yeah. Okay, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. I was hoping for a lot better than what we actually got there. And then we signed Fabinho on a free transfer. He's on a lot of money on a 1-year contract. He was released and came out. So he's available, and we thought, yeah, we'll take that. We still have 42 million in the recruitment budget and 197,000 in the wage budget. So plenty of cash there. We are trying to do some deals. There's a couple of unhappy players. So Dinksy, the right winger, he was unhappy. So we're going to let him go for 22.5 million. And Drew, a right back, again, unhappy. So we're letting him go out for 10 million. We are trying to bring in some players. So one of them is a left winger, Karim, another Aljabegovic. He's a left winger, can play pretty much anywhere. So hopefully we can get him in. Julian Duranville is another winger. Can play on both wings, strike, all sorts of different positions. Fingers crossed he's going to sign a contract as well. We offered a loan deal to Esteval, but he said no. And then there's a couple of others that aren't there. So ideally we want another centre-back, but that hasn't happened. Perhaps what I ought to do is club and bear with me. I'm just going to get the director of football to sign some players. Okay, so I've just delegated to the director of football to make some signings. Fingers crossed he will bring in a centre-back, and we are good there. So I guess the only thing I need to do now is set up the tactics. Oh, for goodness sakes, I'll get it right one day. So that's kind of what the squad's going to look like at the moment. If I clear the squad, we probably want Nelson Viper to be our star man up top. We'll just leave it like that. I'm not sure if there's anyone else that I'm particularly interested in forcing into the team. We'll just leave it as is. See how they get on. See how the assistant managers do. And we'll go from there. So that's that. We'll now sim the season. See if I survive it. See if we get promoted. We are the favourites according to the press. But I can't find that. I've looked, but I can't find it at the moment. I'm sure it'll come up and we can prove it. But until then, we'll see you in a mo. Right, we are back, and as you can see straight away in the stages, Sports Club Freiburg finished top of the league. But you can see that down arrow, how late in the day did we overtake Hanover 96 is the question. And I've no idea what the answer is. Can we mark all as red? We can. Fantastic. Right. Okay, so let's go back to the portal. Let's click on Bundesliga 2. And we can see that Dynamo Dresden beat Sports Club, whatever that was, for whatever that stage is. Let's click on stages. That's the relegation playoff. Okay, how about the promotion playoff? Kaiserslautern beat Darmstadt on penalties to get promoted. So we can see that we have 3 clubs promoted to the Bundesliga: Kaiserslautern, Hanover, and ourselves. That was a season preview. There's the season preview. We were 1 to 4 favourites. Wow, I've just found something. It's amazing when you find bits and pieces hidden away. So, Atabula. This must be the Dream 11. It is the Media Dream 11. Atabula's there. Sangate, he's one of mine. Mozambique is one of mine. Fabinho is obviously one of mine that's not in there. But there we have it. Key players. Is that Lineheart as well? He's my centre back, come left back. Oh, this is a bit different. There's actually 3 players there in key players. So the key players has changed a bit. So we're not seeing all those, but there we have it. Right, any stages? League table, league state. Okay, we've lost the league table. Oh, it's just disappeared. Right, Hanover 96. Can we see anything? Fixture schedule. They lost the last game of the season to Nuremberg 2-0. Does that mean if we check our fixtures, wherever they might be, no, squad. As you can see, I know exactly where everything is. And schedule, there it is. Wahee! It's unbelievable. We've got it, and we beat Duisburg on the last game of the season 3-0 to jump back top of the league and to win it, having had really poor form there. 2 draws and a defeat in the final 4 games, including Kaiserslautern and Düsseldorf. But we can say that we started the season with 4 good ones. One of them was the Pokal, when we won 8-0. And we won there. Can we just see competitions? That might be an idea. Back in the day, you could see... Let's go back to the portal. Competitions. Do we see... That's just... It's not immediately obvious. We do know that we won the Bundesliga. Let's go squad. First team squad. And we'll have a look at goals, first of all. And Nelson Riper scored 25 goals with 4 assists. Suzuki also got 14 goals. I'm guessing he was out on loan. He says confidently. He was out on loan, so they're not goals for us. Manzambini got 7 with 14 assists. Let's go assists, shall we? So our left winger, the guy I brought in, got 10. Is Duranville there out of interest? Did we sign Duranville? I'm not seeing him. Right, let's go straight away back to transfer history. So we signed him, but we didn't sign Duranville. Okay. We did bring in a right back, apparently. Is that on loan from Hoffenheim? Did we let anyone else go out? So we did let Wagner go. Whoever Robert Wagner is defensive midfielder. And we also let Noah Weibhalt, a left winger, go out. He must have been on loan because he's back there. Went to Coventry. I don't understand what that's all about because it's showing as ours. Although, so does that mean he went to Coventry on loan? I'm guessing so. Dear, oh dear, this is just so difficult trying to find things. You can tell it's my first play of this, and yeah. The good news is we have 69 million in the transfer budget and 267,000 available in wage budget. So that's all right. We do know. What else do we know about this squad? Player ratings wise, Jasso Jantanum had one appearance. Makenko played very well in his one appearance and 7 subs. Manzambi obviously was a star man. He was out on loan. Our left winger did all right. Viper didn't do too badly. So a lot of players played quite well during the season, and the one player that didn't, he certainly jumps out, that Fabinho only got a 6.96. So that isn't ideal. And then you go further down the tree. So all in all, it is what we expected. We got promoted. We were back in the Bundesliga. And now I need to build a squad capable of staying in the Bundesliga and perhaps pushing back into Europe. Because I picked this team because they lost in the Europa League final and got relegated. So there we have it. Detailed, concise, knew exactly where everything was. It can only be FM26 beta, can't it? Right, I'll now go through the summer and see if I can make some signings. A very, very long summer is just about over. We are the 14th of August. It's the DFB Pokal Cup. Not interested in that. I've done all the transfer business that I can do. We have 10 million left in the budget. We are a little over our wage budget, so there's not a lot we can do. And yeah, I think it's been a good transfer window. So if we have a look at the history, we can see we've sold £134 million worth of players and brought in £193 million. So on the sales then, start off with 26,000 for Belicio. Best for 7.25. Got 3 million for Igor Matanovic. Fabinho left on a free. That freed up 100 grand a week. Sarik Ire, we raked in 7 million. Another 6.8 for Jordi Makengo. 13 for Karim Alabegovic, who we bought last year. So we made 2 million profit on him. And as you can see, 6.5 million profit there. Our goalkeeper, Atabolu, went off to Saudi for 28 million. Nice 28 million pound profit. More profit for another youngster, Osterhog, or whatever it is. I can't read it. Then there was Derry Sherhant, 1.7 million. Sagante, who I signed on a free transfer last year, went for 45.5 million. I think that rises to about 54. Suzuki went for 12.5, so we've got another £5.25 million profit there. So we certainly brought in a fair amount of money. We then brought in a few players. So Lucas Mai, a free transfer centre-back, defensive midfielder. He's come in, doesn't look too bad. He is a centre-back 1 metre 90, so he's quite tall, quite decent. We then signed a wide forward, can play on either the left or the right. He's more right-footed. So Rida Kadra has come in. He's on big money. We then signed Tasawa for almost 10 million, a young defensive midfielder. He's Swiss. He's also out injured now, but he's got bags of potential and can play in the deep roles. Woo Yong is a winger. He came in, we'd have to look back there because I still don't know where to find it, from Union Berlin, one of two players we've spent big money on. So 14.25 million for him. And Leopold Quailfeld, we spent 28 million for. He is another centre-back, another 1 metre 90, fairly young at 23. So we were really concentrate on getting a number of defenders in to improve us. And that's what this guy is, a right back, Pedro Mahero. So a right wing back. Cole Campbell was the next man in from Dortmund for 5.75. He's 21 years old. He's a winger he did have bags of potential, not quite so much now. Following in Campbell was Max Gruger, another youngster. He's 22, another defensive midfielder, and he's got room for improvement. Next in through the door was replacement goalkeeper. We've signed a 23-year-old Russian in Danny Kudyadov. Only cost us about 4 million, was it? Or so. 4.4. Gier was the next man in, a Brazilian defender. He's got bags of potential. He's 22, so we'll see. Hopefully he can improve. The bad news is it might not play out that way. We then signed a free agent goalkeeper, the Turkish 1 metre 98, so he's very, very tall. He wanted a backup role, so quite happy to pay him as a backup, particularly as we had just sold our striker as our goalkeeper then. Next one in, Finn Jetish. He's another centre-back / right-back. He can play left-back, can play defensive midfield. He's 21 years old, and hopefully he can improve as well. Then we've signed Wael Mohaya. I don't remember signing him, offering for him, but apparently I did. 12 and almost 13 million, or somebody who can play either wing, attacking midfield. Who knows? He might get a game. I don't know. We then signed Kasper Jandir for 45 million. He's a defensive midfielder. So we basically spent the money we got from Sangate on him. And then we're just filling out squad spots. We need another left back, so we signed Belosien. He's got a fair amount of potential. It was one or two we're trying to get, and he's the one who signed. And then the last one in was Danis Zelta for 6.75 million, a young forward. So back up for Nelson Viper. So yeah, it was a very busy summer. 16 players in, 17 out. We've done an awful lot of business then. Finances, the overall balance isn't looking too good at the moment. We've spent a lot of money, but we did bring in some sponsorships that went up, and debts and loans, original debt 1923. So I've probably spent more than I've brought in on transfers on the Never Never. But that's that. We're keeping the same formation, so the tactics is going to be the same. Let's clear that. And we certainly want Nelson Wiper to be our striker, if I can find him, wherever he is. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put anyone else in. Someone like Gier could do. He's talented. He's very tall as well, so he should get a number of goals. It's do I, don't I? We've got a number of decent players, and yeah, I really don't know. So let's see if I can find the schedule. The Bundesliga, and if we click on stages, we can then go season preview, and we can see we are 14th at 100 to 1. Does that expand out? Unfortunately, it's not showing the whole lot. I don't. Oh, it does. If I scroll down that pillock. Oh, that's current position. So, yeah, there's a couple at 700s, a couple at 450s. So it looks like the bookies think we've done some pretty decent business. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. As you can see, Bayern have the 5 best players in the league. And I shouldn't think any of our players are anywhere near the Dream 11. But there we have it. That is what we've done. And fingers crossed that's enough to keep us in the league. And perhaps keep us in the top half of the league. That'll be even better. Right, I now sim the season and we'll see what we get. The season is over, and as you can see there, the Bundesliga, we've finished 8th. How's about that then? Looks like we jumped above Stuttgart on the last day of the season, which is always very nice. We did lose 15 games though. And I'm sure if you hover over it, it'll tell you exact. Oh, no, it won't. Oh, that's new. That's the first time I've hovered over the wins. And something's appeared. But there we have it. We had 51 points, equal with Augsburg, and just on goal difference. Oh, how close that could have been. Let's have a look at the fixture schedule and see how we got on. Polkul, we won our first game there. When's the next one? We then beat Hertha Berlin. And the next Polkul, we beat Elversberg. And the next one, we lost to Bayern Munich. So in the league then, started off against Leverkusen and lost there, but beat Hanover. Came back and beat Wolfsburg and Hertha before losing to Leipzig. All understandable at the moment. Hoffenheim, we won. We then lost to Bayern. Now, that's expected. Gladbach, yeah, another one. But we then beat Cologne and Hertha before losing to Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, I can understand that. And Dortmund. So we're basically losing to the teams that we should be losing to. Augsburg, Heidenheim, and Elversberg. Oh, that was the cup. Kaiserslautern drew with St. Pauli. That's probably disappointing because they were near the bottom. Werder Bremen, we won but lost to Stuttgart. Okay. Hanover, and this time we did beat Leverkusen away. Drew with Wolfsburg, and by the looks of it, the month of February wasn't really us, was it? Where we lost to Bayern in the Pokal and then lost to Hertha, Leipzig, and Bayern in the league, but did get a home win against Hoffenheim. March wasn't much better. But again, look at the teams we're playing. Kaiserslautern, that could be a disappointing one there. Werder Bremen, perhaps. But all in all, I would suggest we beat the teams we should have beat and didn't get the results that we'd obviously like against the better teams. So let's have a look at the squad. Actually, if we click in there and then goals. And Nelson Wiper has probably fallen off a little bit. So we should probably have got a better striker. So that's on me. Then you look at the others. Manzambi, 10 goals, 10 assists. Does suggest he's playing as a winger rather than a defensive midfielder. Perhaps that's where we ought to put him in. Dennis Zeitler's gone out on loan. 7 games, 3 goals. Ratings-wise, there we go. Woo Yong Jiong, 37 games, 10 goals, 11 assists, and a 7.01. The others just weren't with us. So it does look like we've done some transfer business. Oh, let's go transfer history. Let's click on transfer history and see. That's the last guy I signed. And then what we can see is my left back went out on loan. Marvellous. We then sold Berke Yilmaz, my left back. Dear oh dear, what on earth? So that really didn't help us, did it? Like idiot system management. And then we sent a load of players out on loan. Okay. And if we have a look at the dynamics, we've probably got a few unhappy players. So Kopani, he did well for us in Bundesliga 2. We're just going to have to stick him on the list. Get rid of the bad jujus that we have. And yeah, let's have a look at other bits and pieces here. So we've got 105k a week in wage budget and 42 million in transfer budget. So all in all, that isn't too bad. We have improved year on year so far. I guess the only thing now is to step up and try and get into Europe. So that's our goal for next season. Right, I'm now going to go away, rebuild the side, and we'll see you at the end of the summer. Right, I finally got to the end of summer. The Pokal match is just about to start, and we have been, guess what, busy. Oh, no, let's go transfer history. We want transfer history. Come on, man. We've sold £162 million worth of players. We've spent £90 million in acquisition. So the players out. Our goalkeeper, Kudyakov, went out for a £1.1 million profit to Bournemouth. That will rise. We then sold Kolpani, the attacking midfielder. He's gone to Parma for £9.5 million profit. We've also sold Kasper Yanda for £44.5 million. That's going to rise to about 56. Bruno Ogbus left for £5.75 million, all profit. Dennis Zeitler has gone for £2.4 million. I'm guessing we must have lost money on him because there's no mention of profit there. Woo Yong Yang has gone out to Saudi Arabia for £31 million. We made a nice 16.75 million in profit there. Pedro Maderio has gone out for 9.75 million, so we've made £500,000 profit on him. Leopold Querfeld, our centre back, I was gutted by this, has gone to Saudi for 44 million. We've made 16 million profit on him. And then Henry Blank came in, signed a contract, got upset when we signed another centre back because Querfeld had left and he didn't like the competition. So he's gone for £1.7 million in profit. So the players in Eggenstein, I'm guessing this is a director of football signing because I certainly don't remember him. Right, shut the dog up. Rodrigo Zalazar, yeah, you can see she's sat on my lap. Rodrigo Zalazar has come in on a free transfer. He is a little bit good. He's 29-year-old Uruguayan attacking midfielder. We're quite happy with him. Then Henry Blank, there we go. We signed him and then sold him. Ernst has come in for £7 million. He's my keeper replacement, so he's slightly better. We did try to sign Estes, but he went to Inter Milan instead. Next in was Aidin. He's a winger, can play on either wing, but probably a right winger. After that was a wonder kid. We've signed a legitimate wonder kid. Frederick Gronberg. He can play defensive midfield, central midfield, attacker midfield, right wing, and striker. No idea where the assistant manager is going to play him. I'm hoping striker, but who knows? Next in was Alex Freeman. I like this guy. He is a right back and doesn't look too bad at all. That was a really nice deal. We signed him for 5.25. Gronberg, we spent 11.25 on. We then signed Alexis Vansa. A lot of money, 21 million for a defensive midfielder who probably isn't going to play a lot, unfortunately. A backup left back in Diarra. The actual left back in Harry Amas. That's certainly my eyes. We're going to scroll down again because it doesn't leave us where we were. So Luca Vasquez is a ball-playing centre-back. So this is the guy we brought in to replace Quarefield. We spent a fair amount of money on him, 21 million. And then we've just signed a right-back. He is a youngster. He's young and German. Bags of potential. We just needed another right back because we sold ours, he says confidently. He's in here somewhere, I'm sure. The guy we signed last year, has he not gone out yet? Transfer activity. Out. He has. Why can't I see him there then? Oh, there he is, Maderio. He went for the 9.75. So we made a bit of profit on him. And yeah, that is that. So squad planner wise, we are okay. Our front three behind the striker has always been good. Quite happy with the centre backs now. And then it's just the fullbacks and goalkeeper. Ideally, I'd like to improve, but we can't win them all. We've still got 49 million. Transfer activity, we do or are trying to bring in a striker, Anton Matkovic, who doesn't look too bad. There's other teams interested in him, and we'll just fingers crossed, hope for the best that my director of football says, yay, we'll bring him in. Right, competitions. I found competitions that I can go here and actually see exactly how we got on in the Pokal in the future. But the Bundesliga and stages, if I click in stages, brings this tile up, and we can see we're at 100 to 1 again. So similar to last year, although some of the teams at the bottom aren't as bad as they were last year. So is that an improvement or not? I don't know. I was hoping to make Europe this year. Obviously, selling those players to Saudi has really set us back, and I haven't really been able to bring replacements in other than the youngsters. Although Salazar, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Hopefully, if they all click, and fingers crossed they do click, we get on and get up that league. Right, tactics. We are continuing with our 4-2-3-1. We have set in stone 4 players. Mai, who was unhappy last year, didn't get any game time. We're going to give him the game time this year. Sawa, again, another one, didn't get the game time last year. He's going to get it this year. We're making Manzambi the best player that we had at the beginning, a defensive midfielder. We want him in there as a defensive midfielder so we can let the other players that I've brought in play in that front three, and then we'll just see what happens with the striker. We obviously forced Nelson Wiper last year. It didn't really work. We'll see what we get this year. I guess I ought to really check this guy and see. So he can play channel. I'm not so sure on him now. I really don't know what's happening. So all I know is 6'3" and he wants to be a wide forward. But there we have it. Right, that's everything. I'll now sim the season and we'll see how we get on. And just like that, the season is done. And straight away, we can see something very nice indeed. Third place, does that mean Champions League? Can I create a squad or can I create a squad? What a start. Right, without further ado, let's jump straight into competitions. And parkour. We can see that Stuttgart beat Dortmund. So if we go to stages, look at me, knowing my way around here now. Look. So Stuttgart and Dortmund both won 4-0 against Hoffenheim and Augsburg, respectively. In the quarter-final, there's still no sign of us. Dortmund dispatched Bayern. That's always nice. Third round. Yes, we've done really well here. We weren't in the third round. Perhaps I should have read that at the start and it told us. Oh, there we go. What a draw. We get Bayern in the second round. Yeah, okay. And then we were expected to finish mid-table and in the Bundesliga. Let's do this. Look at that. If only we could see. That's interesting. Oh, dear. So it's not showing us the games we've won or the games we've lost. It's just showing us perhaps our last 10 games. I don't know. Either way, we've finished above Leipzig, Werder Bremen, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Dortmund. Look at the way they fell away. So that is impressive. We have finished third. Season preview, we had us 100-1. Throughout the season, the bookies have upped us to 50-1. And just looking, I can't see any of our players in the Dream 11. We haven't got any of the key players. Oh, it's the second tab. Okay. But there we have it. Right, let's go to schedule. One of these was... No, let's start at the start of the season. So, friendlies. Poker, we beat Schaldling 7-0 and then started the season with a win, a loss and a draw. Not in that order. So draw away at Werder and losing at home against Stuttgart probably isn't ideal. Then we lost to Leipzig. So we didn't have the greatest start to the season, did we? And look at October. Oh my gosh. Dortmund, Frankfurt and Bayern, okay. Hoffenheim, yeah, I don't know. It didn't start into November as well. It didn't really look particularly good. But then we beat Cologne and Hertha. We put a combined 10 goals. Look at the aggregates. 7 goals in that, 9 in that one. We even arranged a friendly against Espanyol in December. I don't know if that must have just been a mid-season break friendly. The second half of the season, it turned around. Start that with 3 clean sheets before losing to Stuttgart and Leipzig. We beat Leverkusen, Berlin, Hanover, drew with Dortmund. I'm just seeing Bayern. No, we lost away to Bayern there. But finished the season scoring 10 goals. Viper scoring a few. Darami, not done too badly there. Right, so if we go into squad and first team, I'm sure if I would just click there, that'll take me to the same screen. And we can see that Frederick Gronberg with 23 goals and 2 assists. So that is the kind of return I wanted. And that doesn't look too bad at all, does it? The Wonder Kid is proven to be a wonder. Rodrigo Salazar, 15 goals, 13 assists. Very nice indeed. Darami, 13 goals, 15 assists. So our man on the left replaced the Korean, Reda Kadra, who we signed for quite a hefty amount each week, has come in and done well on the right, which is always nice. Manzabi, who we forced to play as, oh, look at the ability there, as a defensive midfielder. He has had a in-form season by the looks of that and is still considered to be a wide forward. But forcing him to play as a defensive midfielder has probably helped him out there. Nelson Wiper, we can say that, particularly in this save, hasn't been good enough. There is a bid in for him. Wolfsburg, 3.8 million. I'm inclined to accept that if it hasn't already been accepted. Let's see. Top average rating, Viper. He came in and did well towards the end of the season, got a 748. Mohoya didn't really play, unfortunately for him. That's because I've forced 2 defensive midfielders into the team. How did my forcing of my centre-back go? That's not good. Lucas Mai is definitely on his way out this time around. So we'll certainly transfer list him and unspecified and confirm that. And we'll get 375. So that experiment didn't work. The experiment to Sawa didn't work either, so I guess that's another one we can let go. So I tried and it failed. And Ernst, yeah, okay. We definitely need to upgrade a goalkeeper. We're now in the Champions League, so that should, in theory, give us some budgets. If we have a look at the recruitment, we've now got 58 million and a whopping 334,000 a week. So we should be able to do some damage with all that. Continental Cup competitions, we're compliant there. Overall balance of 37 million. Wages at 1.4, it's up to 1.8. Sponsorships hasn't really gone up, which is a bit disappointing. Projections, we're looking at 30 million a season for the next 2 seasons. So that's not too bad. Turnover should be up. And the balance at the end of the season, yeah, not looking great. But all in all, I'd say that's fairly healthy. We're now back into Europe, and it's time for me to spend another summer trying to build a squad. Right, we'll see you in a mo. So a big summer is almost done, and we've sold 107 million pounds worth of players, and we've bought in 190 million. So that tells us we've had a hopefully decent summer. Out the door, notable players. Matankovic went out for 6 million. We've probably lost money on him. Luka Yaquez went for 40.5 million. We made a 19.5 million pound profit. So both good and bad. Good that we made the profit. Bad that we had to sell a 24-year-old centre back. We sold Darami for 23.5 million, all profit. We've sold Raider Kadri for 29 million, all profit. And we sold Finn Jaich for 6 million, so we made a loss on him. Players coming in, Gelson Fernandez, a defensive midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder. It's going to be good cover for there. We've signed Maxime Estevez as our new left-back. Looks quite decent. Ashley Phillips has come in probably as a backup, although he could be our ball-playing centre-back. Next in through the door was Kostas Adamidis. He's a youngster. He's in the under-19, so we're not going to see him this year. Then we've splashed big on Ego Ogbu, a centre-back, very decent. He's our replacement for the man we've lost when, whatever his name is, Luka Yaquez left us. So £37 million signing there. We then signed our star player, Moussa Diaby, a winger. Can play on either wing, and he's 30 years old, but he's still fairly decent, and we're hoping we get a good run from him. Luciano Elia is going to be our goalkeeper. He isn't great at the moment, but with experience, I'm hoping he's going to become decent. There just isn't a goalkeeper we can sign. unfortunately. We've then followed on that with Uwais after we lost the army. We signed this guy. He's an 18-year-old Kazakh, already pretty decent, and fingers crossed he's going to get even better. I say Diami, was it Darami? After him came John Oleszewski, a director of football signed third backup goalkeeper. We've then signed Leonardo Gonzalez as our backup striker. He's back up to the backup, who is Marco Rupp. So we've signed a couple of youngsters. We're trying to get them in young so they can be qualified for the Champions League. But that's probably not going to be our problem, is it? But that is the extent of our transfer dealings. If we have a look at competitions, we are going to be in the league phase of the Champions League, but more importantly, Bundesliga, into the stages, and we can see we are now at 33-1. So a lot better than the 100-1 that we have been for the last couple of years. I wonder, does the Champions League have anything such as that? That's just the playoff, XG table, etc., etc. In which case, no, it doesn't. The Pokal is about to start. We're about to go on simulation mode. Ruven Tanat could be on his way out, and because I've pretty much done everything was taking so long, I went on holiday for a couple of weeks to get us to this stage. Yeah, they've been accepted. Well, they will be accepted now. Who are you? I've no idea who he is. Don't think there's anything else. So fingers crossed, we can challenge for the title. Probably unlikely. We can qualify for the Champions League again, and fingers crossed we do something in the Champions League as well. You never know. We have improved the squad. The bookies don't think it's as good as it should be, but who knows. Right, we'll pick this up after the season is simulated. We're back. What I can see there doesn't excite me. Makes me sad. There's 11 teams. We're not one of them. And then above that, we won one of the last, 6 games. Lost one, lost, drew, lost, drew. This scares me now. Competitions there. Let's click on the right screen with competitions. And we're knocked out in the playoff round by Sporting. Knocked out in the third round by Borussia Dortmund. Marvellous. Champions League. Stages. So league phase then. 14th, that's respectable. 3 wins. That's the league. Looks like we started the season well. I'm assuming that's the start of the season. So, yeah. We finished 14th. That was good. Knockout playoff round. We played Sporting and we lost to them. Sporting then drew. Who did Sporting draw? Liverpool. So we'd have been gone by then if we hadn't already. Stages. 13th. 18 defeats. Right, that could be down to me putting the young kid in goal. It could be. I don't know what else to say. Fixtures. Friendlies went well. We won in the Pokal. Then we started the season against Leipzig, winning that. Defeat, win. Champions League, defeat. Olympiacos. Champions League, draw against PSV. We drew against Leverkusen. Lost to Hertha. October was decent. We won. We drew with Barcelona. Kronberg, we can see is scoring goals there. We got through in the Pokal as well. And then November, not quite so good. We drew in the Champions League there, and we actually beat Slovan Bratislava. Woo! We beat Eintracht Frankfurt, but lost to Dortmund. We just keep playing Dortmund. We lost to Dortmund. Lost to Cologne. Oh, dear. We lost to Genk. We beat Karlsruhe, but lost to Hoffenheim. Lost to Werder Bremen. Drew with Stuttgart. We somehow managed to beat Atletico and Napoli. And then the miserable February. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is a Champions League hangover, isn't it? March was terrible. April, yeah. All in all, very, very miserable. Right. So Kronberg did all right. We have a superstar striker. He's 20 years old. He's no longer wonder kid. And he managed to get 26 goals and 3 assists. Nobody else got in double figures. Diaby, we're spending a lot of money on him. He was garbage. I was so hopeful for him. Right. This guy, Udiz, didn't really progress. He played a lot of football, but hasn't really progressed. He's a decent Bundesliga player. That's all we know. How very miserable. How about our goalkeeper? He's down here somewhere. There he is. Okay. He's now a good Bundesliga player. So at least Elia is now officially a good Bundesliga player who can improve a lot. So there is hope with him. He doesn't look too bad. So we have a goalkeeper. Whether we can keep hold of him, I don't know. Right. Average ratings. A few players got the odd game somewhere. Yeah. Kronberg was our best player. Harry Amass looks like he's gone out on loan. I'm just disappointed. I know I gamble with some youngsters, but come on now. Ogbu was rubbish. Diaby, not great at all. That just is not good. Finances. No remaining debt. We've got an overall balance. Sponsorship is up. Wages. We've got a fair amount of wage budget available. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I thought we were going to be a whole lot better than that. Esteve played well. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. Ashley Phillips looks like he's improved. He did play a lot, so that's one bonus. Kronberg, yeah. So we've got a few good players there. Elia, Ogbo. I'm guessing we get rid of the drain there. There's no point at keeping him around. And yeah, I'm disappointed by this guy. I know he's 18, hasn't turned 19 yet. So he turns 19 soon. So he might get that extra half a star at 19 just through experience and could improve a lot next year. But yeah, I am totally underwhelmed by what we've done. Not in any European competitions next season, so that's not good. I guess that means we can concentrate on the league and see if we can overtake Eintracht Frankfurt. Right, I'll stop miserying and get on with another summer rebuild. Okay, the last summer is done, and as you can see, we have 45 million available in our transfer budget. We have wages of 207,000 a week, so you know we have not done our job. We've still spent 200 million. We brought in 125 million, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think last season's mess was my fault. When I set up the tactics, I didn't remove the subs. But at least I don't think I did. And that way, I put 3 players in the team, and the subs were still there. And I think because of that, certain players didn't really get the game time that they should have got, etc., etc. But I'll make sure I don't do it this. In actual fact, let's do that first off. Tactics. We're going to go clear squad. There we go. I've cleared the squad. There is no one picked. So we are good there. Right, let's go back. That's back to the portal. We don't want to go back to the portal. We want to go to transfer history. Yes, we do. And the players out there. Moussa Diarra went out for 1.7 million all profit. We released a couple of players. Ego Ogbu, our star defensive signing from last season. We sold him 21 million. Ernst, our goalkeeper that became backup goalkeeper, sold for 3.3. Oschowski went out for 850,000. We made £5 million profit. And Gelson Fernandez, he was one of the subs, which is unfortunate. Alex Freeman, unfortunately, has gone to Saudi Arabia. And what I'm finding is it's a hotbed for sending players to Saudi Arabia here in Germany. So I don't know if that's going to be the same in the Prem, etc., etc. But at the moment, it's certainly a hotbed. Harry Amas went to Coventry for 6 million, and then we've sold our wonder kid Frederick Gronberg to Man City for 43.5 million. That's £32.5 million profit. Oh, and also Alexis Vossa has gone for 9.5 million. So the thing with allowing your assistant to pick the team, a lot of these youngsters don't develop, and then you lose big money on them. I'm sure Jer would be another one as and when he sells. Right, players in. Max Aline. I'm not sure about this one. I don't even remember buying him, if I'm honest. It might have been a director of football purchase. It might not. Shay Charles was definitely mine. Defensive midfielder. He looks quite decent. And last time we got defensive midfielder, Jan Dare from Southampton, we did all right. Harry Gray came in to replace the striker that we sold much later. He's looks quite decent, and hopefully with a bit more pace, he's going to score a bit more goals. We then signed Pedro Milito. He was on loan at Sheffield Wednesday, a Brazilian 18-year-old. I'm going to call him Wonder Kid. He probably isn't yet. He's just a national reputation. He's 5'2", so he's a big man. He's going to score lots of goals, I say, hopefully. Lewis Ferguson has come in as a box-to-box midfielder. So that's our 2 defensive midfielders. We've got our block. We've got our double pivot sorted. And then we've just brought in a few other players, like a backup goalkeeper, director of football purchase. This guy, I got him in. He couldn't sort of play as backup striker. He's a winger, but I'm not sure if he's as good as the winger I got last year. The Kazakh, who I might just force it in front of him. We'll see. Elias Baum has come in as a director of football purchase. He can cover both fullbacks. Animi Collins has come in as our right back. Doesn't look too bad. I almost You can also play centre-back. I tried to sign Dedic, the Bosnian Herzegovin, who wanted £450,000 a week initially. And then I went back in quite recently and I accepted 190,000, and then Man United came in and swooped him. Yeah, marvellous. David Adugu has come in, Director of Football Purchase. I was going to say, no, he's not the player I've had previously. I know I've gone through a lot of players, but not him. Jonathan Anglegi is a striker. We've got rid of a few strikers, so we brought in another one. Then we've got Cyril Lustet, a centre-back. He's young. Hopefully he can improve. We'll see if he gets any game time whatsoever. And then the last guy in was a loanee. I've agreed to play him as an attacking midfielder, but I'm just going to go back on my promise. He's going to play as the right-sided winger. And Yabu sucks to you, Real Madrid. And we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah, again, it's just disappointing that we lost out because probably of my stupidity of selecting the subs. We're 50-1 with the bookies, so not too bad. We're in and amongst the also ran, so who knows where we're going to end up. One other bit of news is Leon came in to approach me for a manager's job. I went to the interview just to see, and it says, would you work at the Director of Football? I clicked on the Director of Football. That basically ended the interview. I couldn't get back into it. There might have been a nice, easy way. I clicked on the back. No. And then you try and go back in and it just disappeared. It effectively walked out once you've seen the Director of Football. Funnily enough, I didn't get the job. That would have made this video a bit more interesting. Would I have been here or in Lyon? But there we have it. That's as much as I can do. We've got some money. Oh, one thing that also made last season a bit more difficult. If we drop down to there, we'll see players out. Johan Manzabi was sold for £67 million on the 3rd of September. So one of my star players, one of the key cogs in my team, he was sold from underneath me. So that's another reason we had a bad season. I'm blaming the assistant manager, not me and my stupid antics of putting subs in. Right, I'm going to sim the season and we'll see how we get on in season 5. So let's get on and do it. Okay, the season is just about to finish its simulation and we'll pick it up together. That is far more respectable. A 6th place finish, probably where we should have finished last year, probably a little bit higher. We had a better team last year, I feel. You can instantly see we won 3, keeping 3 clean sheets of our last 6. We won't talk about the 2 games we didn't score in, but it's a lot more promising straight away. Right, let's go through and see what we did or didn't do. We were knocked out by Cologne in the 2nd round of the Pokal, so not ideal there. Let's go stages. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't want to show us the league table. Yes, marvellous. Well, isn't that wonderful? Right, I'm just going to go straight to the fixtures and see what we did and didn't do. So we started the season with a 12-0 win. Lots of different goal scorers. And then followed that with 2-0 against Hoffenheim, 3-0 against Nuremberg before losing Leipzig and Hertha, beaten by Leverkusen and drawn with Dortmund. A miserable October, followed by a not very nice November. And it just looks like no consistency. Couple of wins, couple of defeats, couple of wins, couple of defeats. Unbeaten in March, a fairly decent April, and then less said about May, the better. All in all, I'm not overly thrilled by that. Harry Gray got 16 goals and 5 assists. Probably not as many as I wanted. Franco is still here, the Argentinian winger. Real Madrid are probably proper peeved, but I don't care. What did he do in the end? He got 702. He played quite well. Lewis Ferguson, you can't complain about that. He's brought in to do that job. Esteve, still quite decent. Right up in there. Salazar is now 31 and completely dropped off. Our Kazakh, he's 19 now and has improved. So it does look like there's vast more improvement as a 19-year-old than there is as an 18-year-old. How about our goalkeeper, wherever he might be? Elia, there he is. And he is a full-blown 4-star player, a leading Bundesliga who could improve significantly. So he has got better and better. So one thing we need to, well, I now need in these challenges is definitely get your goalkeeper in early and build them with your team. He's got 20 caps now for Netherlands as a 21-year-old. Trying to sign a goalkeeper when you're not one of the top tier teams is rather difficult. So if we just go by ability and see that Elia is our best player along with Harry Gray, and then we have another tier down, we can see Uwais is going to be right up there with another season, and Shea Charles, Ferguson, all pretty good. Ramshat, the other guy that I brought in, clearly didn't get enough game time, which is unfortunate. I probably shouldn't have spent the money on him, if I'm brutally honest. Who else have we got down here? So the young centre-back, he's had a bit of game time and he's probably primed now as a 19-year-old to play next season and improve massively. Ashley Phillips hasn't done too badly. He had a massive jump last year as a 23 to 24 and has sort of kept that level. Milito, didn't get any game time because we got Salazar. Perhaps if I'd forced him into the team as well, I don't know. I think with these challenges, you need to get in with some youngsters early, and build with them rather than going out and getting some established stars. But there we have it. I would like to say we know exactly what happened in the Bundesliga, but it won't show us a table. Oh, we might get the table this time. We got the table this time, look, and we're just not going to see the list of the results. That is miserable if you look at it that way. Oh dear, that is horrible. 2 wins. So Bayern reclaimed their title, and all in all, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Bayern and Bayern have basically won it since we've been here. And Bayern obviously picked up the season I simmed. All in all, I feel as if I hadn't made that mistake in season 4, we might have pushed on and actually got Champions League that year as well and would have been a lot further up. But can I complain? I think we've done them proud. We've taken them from a relegated team that did get to the Europa League final and lost to a team that's played 1 season in Europe. Let's have a look at the finances. How do the pennies look? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Look away now. I have killed this club. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, Freiburg. I'm sure there's some players that we could sell, though. Yeah, the players that you don't want to sell. I suppose selling Charles, and let's have a look at the dynamics. Who is deeply unhappy? I've tried to sell him several times. Aileen, yeah. Mileto, can force him into the team. Ramshat, yeah. That was a big mistake. Unhappy about playing in an unsuitable position, yeah. Oh, that looks... It doesn't look miserable, but there we go. Right. there's my first FM26 rebuild. I'm sure the next time it'll be a lot better because I'm a little bit more experienced now. Right, thanks for watching. We'll be back probably with the full-blown version next time around, and hopefully some of the bugs that are being reported are all cleared up, and we are go, go, go. Right, thanks for watching. Till then, ta-da.